Let all things be exactly as they are. 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 Let me not be your critic, Lord, today and judge against you. Let me not be your critic, Lord, today and judge against you. Let me not attempt to interfere with your creation and distort it into sickly forms, and distort it into sickly forms. Let me be willing to withdraw my wishes. Let me withdraw my wishes from its unity, and thus to let it be as you created it, and thus to let it be as you created it. For thus will I be able to recognize myself as you created me. In love was I created, and in love will I remain forever. What can frighten me when I let all things be exactly as they are? What can frighten me when I let all things be exactly as they are? Let all things be exactly as they are. Oh, let all things be exactly as they are. Let not our sight be blasphemous today, and let our ears not tend to lying tongues. Let not our sight be blasphemous today, nor let our ears attend to lying tongues. Let not our sight be blasphemous today, nor let our ears attend to lying tongues. Only reality is free of pain. Only reality is free of pain. Only reality is free of loss. Only reality is free of loss. Only reality is wholly safe. Only reality is wholly safe. And it is only this we seek. And it is only this we seek today. Let all things be exactly as they are. 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 Oh my, is there such wonderful peace in this realization? Can we recognize that everything's perfect just the way it is? With all our needs are met in this realization. There's nothing that we need because it all comes to us. Excuse me. Everything that we need is given to us when we need it. It's all here perfect for us. Let all things be exactly as they are. Wow, what a wonderful realization. Well, I'm Miracle Willie, forgiveness teacher from the Ozarks, here on, woo, get something in my nose there, sneezing. Lesson 268 in A Course in Miracles, workbook for students. We're reading from the Foundation for Inner Peace version. Here on Tuesday, September the 24th of 2024. Let all things be exactly as they are. And here I'm sitting on the shores of Shoal Creek at a place, Missouri Conservation Department access point to the river called Smack Out. Anyway, here on Shoal Creek at Smack Out, beautiful little place. Let all things be exactly as they are. Let me not be your critic, Lord, today and judge against you. Let me not attempt to interfere with your creation and distort it into sickly forms. Let me be willing to withdraw my wishes from its unity, and thus to let it be as you created it. For thus will I be able to recognize myself as you created me. In love was I created, and in love will I remain forever. What can frighten me when I let all things be exactly as they are? Let all things be exactly as they are. And the last portion of this. Let not our sight be blasphemous today, nor let our ears attend to lying tongues. Only reality is free of pain. Only reality is free of loss. Only reality is wholly safe. And it is only this we seek today. Let all things be exactly as they are. You know, prayer takes on a different form when you don't have to change anything. It's like you step back and go, wow, it's just beautiful just the way it is. And you recognize it is. There's no problems. You only thought there were. The realization that God's got everything under control is the realization that you have no needs. Therefore, you don't have to ask for anything. If you want to ask for something, ask for you to be able to see that realization, to see that all things are exactly as they are. Let all things be exactly as they are, because everything's fine, just the way it is. What is the body? Back a few pages, section 5, associated reading. The body is a fence the Son of God imagines he has built to separate parts of his self from other parts. It is within this fence he thinks he lives, to die as it decays and crumbles. For within this fence he thinks he is safe from love. Identifying with his safety, he regards himself as what his safety is. How else could he be certain he remains within the body, keeping love outside? The body will not stay. Yet this he sees as double safety. For the Son of God's impermanence is proof his fences work, and do the task his mind assigns to them. For if his oneness still remained untouched, who could attack and who could be attacked? Who could be victor and who could be his prey? Who could be victim? Who the murderer? And if he did not die, what proof is there that God's eternal Son can be destroyed? The body is a dream. Like other dreams, it sometimes seems to picture happiness, but can quite suddenly revert to fear, where every dream is born. For only love creates in truth, and truth can never fear. Made to be fearful must the body serve the purpose given it. But we can change the purpose that the body will obey by changing what we think that it is for. The body is the means by which God's Son returns to sanity. Though it was made to fence him into hell without escape, yet has the goal of heaven been exchanged for the pursuit of hell. The Son of God extends his hand to reach his brother and to help him walk along the road with him. Now is the body holy. Now it serves to heal the mind that it was made to kill. You will identify with what you think will make you safe, whatever it may be. You will believe that it is one with you. Your safety lies in truth and not in lies. Love is your safety. Fear does not exist. Identify with love, and you are safe. Identify with love, and you are home. Identify with love and find yourself. Well, he really wants us to identify with love. You know, a lot of times we identify with love and think that we're unsafe, because we believe that to reach out and to help somebody is going to make us vulnerable. But that's not the way it works. When you reach your hand to your brother and you offer love to him, you're home. You're safe. You're finding yourself, where peace can be had and found. Remember, because we're all one. Your brother's need is your need. Okay, well, let's see what else is. let's go take a look in our text reading for today. And of course, we want to keep along with us all day today the idea that let all things be exactly as they are. Do your morning meditation of the morning. I heard of a Rosicrucian brother that was saying what he does is set, and I wish I knew his name, I'll find out. He's somebody I'd recommend listening to. But he sets his alarm clock for 15 minutes before he wants to get up. And then he pushes his snooze for 50, and he has it set for 15 minutes. So he can now rest for 15 minutes laying in bed. And he goes back, and in that kind of between awake and sleep state, he looks at his dreams and kind of observes what's going on. And he has access to a lot more. And so I think that's really a good little process. So get up about 15 minutes before you need to get up, but don't get up. Just go back to bed and lay there. If you fall asleep, that's fine, but you may find yourself being able to see things in that half-lit, half-awake, half-asleep state that you wouldn't have seen before. And you might even try to remember your meditation for the day. You know, I read mine the night before. You might say, now, what is my lesson today? Oh, yeah, let all things be exactly as they are. And let that kind of have its way with you in the mornings as you're laying there sleeping or waking. Okay, our text reading for today is, we're in chapter 29, The Awakening, appropriate, and after talking about setting your alarm for 15 minutes before you want to get up as you're awakening in the mornings. And we're ready for section 6, Forgiveness and the End of Time. Okay, while we're turning there, let's see. Out of Holidays and Observances, Festival of Latest Novelties, Gallbladder Good Health Day. You know, the gallbladder is that organ that works with the kidney to introduce bile to break down your fats. Innergize Day, and it's spelled I-N-N-E-R. Inner. So you look inside. That's what we do when we're getting up in the morning as we go to sleep at night. And you know, I would encourage you to actually sit up when you do your meditation. Maybe after you've done your 15 minutes laying there, then you'll sit up for 15 minutes or however long you like to spend of your morning and do your meditation. First thing when you get up, you might want to read your lesson and then just sit quietly and don't do anything. Don't get on your phone. Don't turn on your TV. Just sit, be still and quiet. And let yourself energize. Kiss Day, Bluebird of Happiness Day, Cherries Jubilee Day, the Prunus avium, Familiar Hypercholesterolemia Day, Hypercholesterolemia Day, Horchata Day, which is the Hispanic rice milk, basically. Punctuation Day, Voter Registration Day, Woman Road Warrior Day, and Schwenkfelder Thanksgiving. And you know, I heard in one place it was the longest observed Thanksgiving in the New World, in the United States. The Schwenkfelders, I think there's 3,000 churches. And they're Pennsylvania Dutch. So it's a Pennsylvania Dutch celebration. It's always on the 24th or the Sunday closest to the 24th, perhaps, because they may be both days. And then out of Seed Savers Exchange, we've got another Lactuca sativa, and it's the Bunte Forellenchluss. Forellenchluss. I think that's how you pronounce it. The Bunte Forellenchluss. The butterhead companion to the Forellenchluss romaine. Bunte means colorful in German. Speaking of the Pennsylvania Dutch, they probably know all about the Bunte Forellenchluss romaine and butterhead. It means colorful in German. Sweet apple green leaves splashed with maroon form a loose 8 to 10 inch head, and it's a butter head, 40 to 55 days. So, well, you get that one started now, and in 40 to 55 days, you'll be picking lettuce. Okay, the Bunte Forellenchluss, Lactuca sativa. Let's see if I can get this so it doesn't fall over again. Anyway, well, let's see what we can. I'm having a little difficulty getting my my stuff to stay here. Okay, well, let's just do it this way. Put my hat up here to I'd like to keep my page so it doesn't blow. There's a little breeze, and isn't that just a nice still calm pool? Nice swimming hole here. Anyway, Shoal Creek. Forgiveness and the end of time, and let all things be exactly as they are. How willing are you to forgive your brother? How much do you desire peace instead of endless strife and misery and pain? These questions are the same in different forms. How much do you want to forgive your brother? Or how much do you want loss of peace? How much do you desire peace instead of endless strife and misery and pain? It's the same. That's, how much do you want to forgive your brother? These questions are the same in different form. Forgiveness is your peace, for herein lies the end of separation and the dream of danger and destruction, sin and death, of madness and of murder, grief and loss. This is the, end quote, sacrifice, because it's not really a sacrifice. This is the sacrifice salvation asks, and gladly offers peace instead of this. So if you are feeling like you want to be angry with your brother, have strife, loss of peace, perceive them as guilty, you'll have to sacrifice that perception for a moment, and that's what you use forgiveness to do. But then it brings you true peace. Paragraph 2. So from the upside down perspective, it may seem like you're sacrificing what you think you ought to be doing to protect yourself. But really you're learning that no, you're just looking at things upside down, and that you want to practice forgiveness. You want to let go of your perception where they're guilty, so that you can remain at peace and seeing them as one with you, closing the gap between you and their minds. Swear not to die, you holy Son of God. You make a bargain that you cannot keep. The Son of Life cannot be killed. He is immortal as his Father. What he is cannot be changed. He is the only thing in all the universe that must be one. What seems eternal, all will have an end. The stars will disappear. The stars may seem to be eternal, but the stars will disappear, and night and day will be no more. The sun will disappear. The earth will disappear. All things that come and go, the tides, the season, and the lives of men, all things that change with time and bloom and fade, will not return. Where time has set an end is not where the eternal is. God's Son can never change by what men made of him. He will be as he was and as he is, for time appointed not his destiny, nor set the hour of his birth and death. Forgiveness will not change him, yet time waits on forgiveness, that the things of time may disappear, because they have no use. Let's read those two sentences again. Forgiveness will not change him, yet time waits upon forgiveness, that the things of time may disappear, because they have no use. Nothing survives its purpose. If it be conceived to die, then die it must, unless it does not take this purpose as its own. Change is the only thing that can be made a blessing here, where purpose is not fixed, however changeless it appears to be. Think not that you can set a goal unlike God's purpose for you, and establish it as changeless and eternal. You can give yourself a purpose that you do not have, but you cannot remove the power to change your mind and see another purpose there. Paragraph 4. Change is the greatest gift God gave to all that you would make eternal, to ensure that only heaven would not pass away. You can change your mind from thinking that sin is real to seeing that heaven is real. Instead of hell being a reality, you can change your mind and see that no, heaven is the only reality. Change your mind back to the changeless. Change is the greatest gift God gave to all that you would make eternal, to ensure that only heaven would not pass away. You are not born to die. You cannot change because your function has been fixed by God. All other goals are set in time and change that time might be preserved, excepting one. Forgiveness does not aim at keeping time, but at its ending, when it has no use. Wow. So forgiveness can be used to end time. Its purpose ended, it is gone. So even forgiveness will roll up and be nothing when it's served its complete purpose and abolished change. Its purpose ended, it is gone. And where it once held seeming sway is now restored the function God established for His Son in full awareness. Time can set no end to its fulfillment nor its changelessness. There is no death because the living share the function their Creator gave to them. There is no death because the living share the function their Creator gave to them. Life's function cannot be to die. It must be life's extension, that it be as one forever and forever without end. That's why your brother and sister, you want to reach them and see and take their hand, join them in mind, abolish the little gap that seems to be between you and them, because that's the extension of life. Paragraph 5. This world will bind your feet and tie your hands and kill your body only if you think that it was made to crucify God's Son. For even though it was a dream of death, you need not let it stand for this to you. Let this be changed, and nothing in the world but must be changed as well. For nothing here but is defined as what you see it for. And the last paragraph finishes this section, 6. How lovely is the world whose purpose is forgiveness of God's Son. How lovely is the world whose purpose is forgiveness of God's Son. How free from fear, how filled with blessing and with happiness. And what a joyous thing it is to dwell a little while in such a happy place. Nor can it be forgot in such a world. It is a little while till timelessness comes quietly to take the place of time. Let's read that last paragraph one more time, just a few sentences. How lovely is the world whose purpose is forgiveness of God's Son. How free from fear, how filled with blessing and with happiness. And what a joyous thing it is to dwell a little while in such a happy place. Nor can it be forgot in such a world. It is a little while till timelessness comes quietly to take the place of time. Okay, wasn't that beautiful? Let all things be exactly as they are. I'll find the deep peace that comes from realizing that you need nothing, that everything is perfect. Let all things be exactly as they are. Let all things be exactly as they are. Let me not be your critic, Lord, today, and judge against you. Let me not attempt to interfere with your creation and distort it into sickly forms, Let me be willing to withdraw my wishes from its unity, and thus to let it be as you created it, For thus will I be able to recognize myself as you created me. In love was I created, and in love will I remain forever. What can frighten me when I let all things be exactly as, let all things be exactly as they are. Let all things be exactly as they are. What can frighten me when I let all things be exactly as they are? What can frighten me when I let all things be exactly as they are? Let all things be exactly as they are. Let all things be exactly as they are. Let all things be exactly as they are. Let not our sight be blasphemous today, nor let our ears attend to lying tongues. Only reality is free of pain. Only reality is free of loss. Only reality is wholly safe, and it is only this we seek today. Let all things be exactly as they are. Let all things be exactly as they are. Let not our sight be blasphemous today, nor let our ears attend to lying tongues. Only reality is free of pain. Only reality is free of loss. Only reality is wholly safe, and it is only this we seek today. Let all things be, let all things be exactly as they are. Let all things be exactly as they are. Let all things be exactly as they are. And our word for peace is out of an ancient language that I don't think even exists anymore. It's Sudovian. It's where Lithuania currently is. And the word is or was Paka, P-A-K-A, Paka. Let all things be exactly as they are. Paka.